Ooh. I should check all these rooms. Okay, that was a mistake. Whoa, Victor, like, massive health, too. Yeah, see, so, like, we all just tied in speed, I think. And that's why everyone just went. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe there's some more to it. That's definitely interesting. I wonder if that also means... Oh! Gremio with the block. You see that? I wonder how that... Is that just like an innate skill he has or something? Because that's not like a... There's no like static abilities. That was really interesting. Is that just some kind of special ability that Cleo has? Or Gremio has? It's pretty interesting. What was I saying? Oh, so I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, let's say Cleo and Gremio are both attacking the same guy, right? If they roll the same speed and Cleo's attack kills him, will Gremio find a new target or will he whiff? I feel like he'd whiff. So I feel like there's actually some strategy in, like, if two characters are going to roll the same speed, you might not want them to target the same enemy. I mean, that's pretty niche, but, you know, if you're speedrunning the game or something, you would actually have to keep that in mind. Alright, yeah, Victor's accuracy kind of big blows, unsurprisingly. Ooh, I got a question mark painting from that fight. That's some armor. I mean, they all have armor. I might as well just let Victor equip it. You dare to turn against the Emperor, free the bandits, and even set my house on fire, you'll be sorry. So you want to fight? Don't think you're the only one with a grudge. Why, I'll cut out your eyeballs. What? Oh, well... Ha, I'd rather tear him to pieces. Please, well, you see, you'll regret this. I'll tell Master Craze about this. You'll get yours. Cleo, do you think the Empire will take us back? I don't know. Young Master. Haha, don't worry. There are all kinds of ways to make a living. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Sleep in their bed. Show them what's up. I go out the door that's on fire because I'm a real G. I guess we owe the Liberation Army our lives. Tell Lady Odessa that if she ever needs help, Barkus and Sidonia will be there in a flash. Well, we're off. Perhaps we'll meet again. It sure is great to be done. Let's go back to Lenin Camp. Death, why don't you spend a bit more time with the Liberation Army? Come on! Young Master, when we return to Lenin Camp, let's decide what to do. At this rate... I don't know if you really have a choice. They're not really going to take you back at this point. It's a bit of a yikes. Is fire really effective against a stone house? I feel like that was their first mistake. Wasn't there a thing here or no? I guess not. A deep well. Conversation prohibited. What? Why is the well all... the well is always something. You always gotta check the well. If it's an RPG, you gotta check the well. I'm guessing I can't go back here. They're not gonna let me. Okay. What the... The mosquito enemies actually make mosquito sound in the... What? Thanks, I hate it. That's honestly, like, really cool, but I also kind of hate it. Makes you want to kill them quickly so you don't have to listen to the noise anymore. How did they record a mosquito? Carefully. The mosquitoes should make elephant sounds. Every animal in the game should make an elephant sound, no matter what it is. Just as like a meme. Like you walk up to a chicken in the town and it just makes an elephant noise. Okay. I didn't have one yet. Man. I want to get this stuff appraised, but we can't go back to the appraiser. What if as a kid you forgot that the secret area was underneath the clock? You'd be so lost. Hello. Please converse with me. Death, you're back. Thank God, our problems are solved. What do you mean? Odessa, you're not planning to... Yes, I am. What? What's going on? Death, take a look at this. What is it? Show me. What's this? Plans for a fire spear. Fire spear? Right. The Liberation Army may be tiny now, but someday we'll be big enough to meet the Imperials head on. When that day arrives, the fire spear will come in handy. We spent good money for this at the dwarf mines. Sanchez. There's a guy named Sanchez. Death, this blueprint must reach our secret factory, but we can't leave this hideout unattended. I'd like you to take this on assignment. Take on this assignment. Enough! Don't you understand that we're members of the Imperial Army? How can you expect us to betray them? Let's go, young master. No need to stay here any longer. Wait! Do you have any idea what the Empire is really doing? Do you know what the people want? Or will you pretend to ignore all that? Gremio, you saw with your own eyes, heard with your own ears. Are you willing to ignore the truth despite all you see and hear? What about you, Death? Do you still want to return to the Empire and continue to be McDowell's little boy? My father goes his way, I go mine. Since I'm a member of the Imperial Army, ... Man, wow. How do I make this joke? Because, you know, what I want to say is, like, in the middle of this. Like, I don't want to, like, say screw my father, but at the same time, I don't want to go with the Imperial Army. But we're making the choice now, like, basically undermining our father. That's rough. Wait just a moment, young master. Talk like that and you'll never rejoin the Imperials. Don't you care? Come on, Cleo, talk to him. I go where young master goes. Let's go, Cleo. My job is to protect him. Those are the orders I received from Master Tio. Death, let me explain. This is a blueprint for a fire spear. It has to be delivered to the Liberation Army's secret factory. Northwest of Lenin Camp, across the river, lies Mount Tigerwolf. Over the mountain is a village called Sarati. Someone from the factory will meet you there. Odessa, I just don't get it. Why do you insist on this guy? He may be an Imperial spy. If I'm an Imperial spy, I'm the worst Imperial spy of all time. Yet you want to give him the blueprint for something that could change the destiny of the Liberation Army? Don't worry, I'm going too. What? If you're going, I'm going too. Flick, if you come along, who's going to protect this place? It's about time you began acting like a leader. Don't worry, Flick, I'll protect Odessa if you promise to protect this hideout. It's settled. To Mount Tigerwolf, then. Ooh, she's a bow woman. She has nothing. I thought you were the head of the Liberation Army. Why do you have nothing to your name? What are you doing? I guess you don't really need much armor because you're in the back row, but... Holy cow. Okay, I forgot where they said it was. Did they give a direction? I'm just going to explore. I kind of want to explore anyways. Some Great Wall of China over here. Ooh, she has a rune? Wind of Sleep. The arrow sound effect kills me. It sounds like someone slipping on a banana peel. The wind rune. So I gotta see something here. Oh wait, never mind. We have to be at a rune place. I want to equip the fire rune to someone else and see if they have Firestorm. Because I'm wondering if runes like level up with your character, or if they just level up on their own, or if they're just based on what level the character is that they're equipped to. Like, how does it unlock? You know? What this? Waba. Spooky music. The fortress of Quaba is permanently closed. Those who have no business here may not pass. I just wanted to listen to your music. So, thanks. Yeah, oh, okay. Let's try Wind of Sleep. I love the effect that had on the music. I don't think it actually did anything, though. See a dime? I don't know, the other ones didn't attack. Maybe they're asleep, we just can't tell? I don't know. Weird. I think it's really cool that this game is getting a remaster. I didn't know enough about the game to say if it should get a remaster or not before playing it. I just knew that it was super popular, people loved it. Very, like, revered as one of the best RPGs on the PS1, so I knew that a remaster was probably a good idea just from that, but now that I've played some of it, it really does feel like this is such a perfect game for a remaster. Like, you really don't have to change much, but just having a better UI, touching up all the visuals, like, it feels like a game you could play nowadays very easily with just some minor tweaks, you know? This came out in 96. It actually came out in 95. December of 95 in Japan. And then December of 96 in North America. So it was a full year before it came out in North America. But it actually was published in 95 in Japan. So it's quite old. I was 3 when this game came out. And it's Konami, so they didn't have as much of a foothold in RPGs. And I think Hero said it was a first-timer team as well. So, yeah, it's one of those games that's like, it's got heart, it's got the story, it's got all the makings of a great RPG, but it is like a bit rough around the edges just because it's a first-timer team and it's from 95. So that's like ripe for a remaster, you know? Like, there's a good chance that the remaster of this game is the definitive way to play it, you know? If they do it right. So, I'm actually, now that I've played some of it, I'm very happy to hear that it's getting a remaster. And at least this one, I think, is short enough to where we could probably quickly play through the remaster. So that'll be fun. I think I reached a dead end here. But yeah, I for 95, this is still pretty impressive. I mean, even just the amount of characters, the amount going on in the fights, is still really impressive. I think visually it looks great. This is upscaled, but I mean, everything looks really good. The menus look incredible. I think a lot of that's the upscaling, but it's so, other than the text being kind of thin. See, there's some games where it's like the CRT filter actually kind of helps, because when you upscale it, the cracks start to show, you know? But this is not one of those games. This looks fantastic upscaled. On my monitor, this looks like I'm playing it on a PS4. Like, it looks like this could be the remaster. People were asking, are you playing the PC version? I'm not surprised they were asking that, because it looks like a slightly touched up version of the game or something, you know? But this is actually just how it looks, which is really impressive. I don't prefer scan lines, but on some games it does help to hide the imperfections. When you play stuff like Final Fantasy VII upscaled, it looks really bad at times. You know, Death You Handsome. But, this game does not have that issue whatsoever. Which is cool. Really shows how, like, good it must have looked back then. Yeah, like, I'm not a fan of scan lines, even if they are, like, legit. But especially added-on scan lines always felt kind of whack. Like, they have, like, those the Switch NES games you could, like, play with scan lines. It looks so bad. Like, it looks so stupid on a Switch with scan lines. You're like on this futuristic technology that's in the palm of your hands and it's like got scan lines. It's like, what am I doing? This looks so silly. At least to me. The sun's beginning to set. Do you think we can cross the mountain before dark? I don't want to spend the night out in the open. In any case, we have to go up. Let's go. Usually the filters that come on games, like I said, like the Switch NES games, those look pretty horrible. But the CRT filters that come on the upscalers usually look fairly okay. Like, the OSSC has scan lines, and they're pretty good. I just don't like them. I've never liked scan lines. It doesn't give me... Oh, okay. Bunnies with axes. Fair enough. It doesn't give me a nostalgic feeling. It just gives me a I can't see anything feeling. Like, I genuinely love the way these games look on modern monitors upscaled. Like I said, there are some games where you see more of the imperfection, but I don't really mind it. I still think it looks nice. Then there's games like this that just look amazing upscaled. And like Final Fantasy IX looked fantastic upscaled. But imagine, like, the remaster just takes these models and just remakes them. Oh, man. It looks so good. Yeah, like I said, Final Fantasy VII, you see it a lot. Slugs. Those, like, are they like rocks for shells? You really see it with Final Fantasy VII because they expected the pixels to blend together to make, like, you know, rounded shapes. And instead you just have each individual pixel, so Cloud looks like he's missing limbs and stuff, you know. I have to say, I'm not, like, a huge fan of the enemies yet. I don't think they're bad. I think the enemy designs, like, they look good. Like, the enemies look good. Killer slime. I just think they're pretty, like, generic so far. You know, bees, boars, slimes. The snails were kind of cool. The rabbits with axes were kind of cool. They're getting better. now. We haven't really been to any, like, interesting areas yet. We've just been to, like, mountains. You know, so maybe when we go to more interesting areas... Like, we've just been going back and forth through towns, so... But once we go to, like, the volcano or the ancient forest or something, then maybe we'll get some more interesting enemies. But so far, we've been to pretty simple mountains and stuff, so, like, I don't really expect the enemies to be insane. But it would be nice to see some more unique enemies or unique bosses soon. Welcome, travelers. Coming up at such a late hour, you've really got guts. But you'd better stop here and continue tomorrow. It's dangerous around here, what with all the bandits and all. Why don't you spend the night here? Sorry, we're in a hurry. Great idea, my feet are killing me. Come on, Victor. For once, I'm in agreement with you. I'm not sure I can go on. Me too. We'd better go on. I mean... It's 100% a trap, but do I want to be in the trap? Because the trap sounds fun. I'll say we'd better go on. You must be kidding. I've lost control of my feet. Me too. Alright, good. So we're still staying, but now I can tell them that I was right. Oh well, Odessa, are your feet moving of their own accord too? To tell the truth, mine want to rest too. Alright, so now I can just tell everyone I was right. This is perfect. I'm going in, Death. What if I just left? Just go do the journey on my own. Excuse me, why don't you have some of this before supper? Yeah, we're done. It's special tea from Mount Tiger Wolf. Let's give it a taste. Ah, it's pretty bitter. Very bitter. Here's some for you, too. Not if it's bitter. Come on, just a taste. Not if it's bitter. It's not that bad. Besides, it's good for you. Not if it's bitter. Please, have some. Not if it's bitter. Come on, just a taste. Not if it's bitter. It's not that bad. Besides, it's good for you. Alright, fine. Here you go, but be careful. It's very hot. Smells kind of funny, doesn't it? Say, old man, what's this tea called? It's a special Mount Tiger Wolf brew called Robber's Tea. That's a weird name. My God, this is... I always hate when games do this, when they like make it seem like you have a choice, but you don't actually have a choice. Not a big fan, especially when it's a game that you actually do feel like you have a choice a lot of the time. It sucks when, like, they don't really give you a choice. Like, it would have been nice if not drinking the tea, like, we still fell into the trap, but maybe, like, I got some kind of bonus out of it or something. Like, let's say I don't drink the tea, but all my friends do, so when we wake up, they have their stuff stolen, but mine wasn't stolen. So, like, I don't know how you really swing it, but, you know, give me some kind of reward for recognizing it's a trap, instead of just, like, yeah, it's just an illusion of choice, which is kind of lame. Hey, you, what have you... Ugh. Dang, such an old trick. Young mister. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. A lot of games do it, though. Heh, everyone's asleep thanks to the drug tea of Mount Tiger. Okay, you don't need to say that out loud, but we got it. Figured it out. I figured it out minutes ago. Wow! For a bunch of stragglers, these guys are loaded. Looks like we'll be living the good life for a while. Kessler? There's a Kessler in this game? Hey, Lennon, how have you been? Doing well for yourself, I see. Bunch of dead people in your room. That's cool. Why, it's Boss Kessler. Welcome, welcome. As you see, I just pulled a job. And a fine-looking woman in the bunch, too. Wait a minute. This here is... Lennon, what have you done, you fool? Well, what do you mean? Do you know who this is? Just some stupid traveler, I should think. Idiot. Even an ignoramus like you must have heard of Lady Odessa of the Liberation Army. Why, of course, boss. Even kids know who Lady Odessa is. You don't mean that this here is... Yes, I do. Hurry up and prepare an antidote. Let me see. A rabbit's tail, rose leaves, a handful of sugar. Lennon, if anything happens to Lady Odessa, you can say goodbye to your head. Yikes! Rose's tail, sugar leaf, handful of rabbits. Forgive me, Lady Odessa. Without knowing it, I nearly committed my life's gravest error. If you like, I'll make Lennon here pay with his. Please, sir, spare my head. Don't be ridiculous. I'll have to be more careful from now on. Maybe I do trust people too much, like Flick says. I have no way of apologizing, but please stay here for the night. I'll do what I can by the way of hospitality. But no more poison, you hear? I mean, just a little poison. We can play around with it a little bit. Wait, can I talk to my... Why are we all just sitting in bed with our eyes open? Grrr. Few, chatter. What in the world? You guys are weird sleepers. I'm going to give up serving poison tea. I've learned my lesson. Great. So glad you learned your lesson. Are you a member of the Liberation Army too? I see, so you're not. Lady Odessa is a true heroine. She's serious about overthrowing the Empire. There are many who express discontent, but only she means to do something about it. I hate the Empire too, but I'm just a bandit. Lady Odessa is our hope for freedom. Good morning, young master. You're up early, Death. Hey, Gremio, why is Cleo in such a bad mood? Don't bother her, Victor. Cleo is always in a bad mood when she wakes up. I see everyone's here. Today we reach Sarity. Leaving already, I'll unlock the door. Please get out. Can I, like... Oh, whatever. I'm over it. I was gonna say, can I, like, save there, but... The game, so far, doesn't seem too hard. I've definitely had some, like, close calls. And it definitely feels like there's, like we said before, the difficulty lies in, like, your preparation, which I think is really cool. I like old RPGs that do that. But I feel like a big part of the difficulty is going to be the lack of save points. It really makes you go a long way before giving a save point. I've only found one save point that wasn't an int. I need some medicine. Another antique. And a lot of antiques. I still only have one firestorm, so I don't think I want to waste it. I'll try Wind of Sleep again. So I mean, they all made a face like they were getting impacted by it, but I don't know if it did anything. Yeah, these were the rabbits used in the antidote. Some more medicine. Clone crystal. What is that? Clone attack. Wah. Do you have to, like, is it a rune? Wah. If it's a rune, I can't equip it, but it doesn't have rune in the name, so I don't know. Do you, like, use it? No. It might be a rune. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Alright. I'm wondering how much further we gotta go to get to a save point, because... Oh. With how gapped the save points are, I kind of have to save, like, 10 or so minutes before we switch over, because who knows when the next save point will be, you know? We're supposed to meet a messenger from the secret factory at an inn in this town. Where could it be? It's a small town. We'll find it soon. Huh. You're not kidding. It's a pretty small town, and none of the houses say inn. Say, I've never seen you around before. How are things down below? Living in a place like this, you lose track of what's going on in the world. I can't wait to grow up so I can help my father. Okay. I once met the Emperor. He's a wonderful man. He even had kind words for a lowly old woman like me. Grandma's senile. She talks about the Emperor all day. R.I.P. Grandma. $7,000 for a water crystal. We have enough money for it. I'm buying it. I did it. Let it be known, I did it. I'm mostly still tilted about the fact that I lost my thunder crystal, or thunder shard. So that's kind of why I bought it. Hey, heard the latest? They say that Odessa, the leader of the Liberation Army, is a 9-foot giant. Oh. Okay. Sure. This must be the inn. Let's rent some rooms and wait for the messenger. What? Customers? Goodness, it's been years. Rooms will cost you 50 bits each. Well, at least he's cheap. Well, let's see. Should we stop here? Maybe. Who knows what'll happen after this. Might be a good place to stop. So yeah. What do we think about our first foray into Suikoden? I'm, like, beyond impressed. For a game made in 95, published here in 96, especially by Konami, I'm pretty blown away with how, like, good it looks, how good it sounds. The dialogue, you know, we've only had like one or two, like, what the heck, translation or something, writing faux pas. But yeah, I'm mostly just incredibly impressed with, like, how well made the game is. Obviously a bit rough around the edges. Like I said, not surprising given it's a Konami game from 95. A lot of the characters just kind of stand around, like there's not a lot of animation. The menus could be better. I think they did their best, but the menus could be a bit better or easier to traverse. And I think probably my biggest gripe so far are the enemies. I think the enemies are just, like, pretty unmemorable and, like, simple, and even the bosses have been pretty simple. So I'd like to see some, like, big epic boss battles or just unique types of fights after this. But yeah, man, I'm pretty blown away. This game is really, really impressive, and the story has already got me super captivated. I love the decisions that your character has to make, whether or not the decisions actually affect the game or not. You know, making the decisions changes your kind of mindset as you're going through and what you think should happen. I'm not a fan of, like, the illusion of choice in terms of, like, you pick something and then it just forces you to pick the other one. But illusion of choice can be good if done correctly. Like, for example, earlier there was the part where they were like, do you want to join the Liberation Army or not? And I'm sure regardless of what I said, we were going to do the same quest anyways. But saying that kind of, like, commits my character to that, you know, in my head, commits my character to that. So those kind of illusion of choices are good. Where it's a problem is where, like, you pick something and it just forces you to pick the other one. That's pretty lame. But yeah, like, it's put me in some really interesting scenarios already, and I really like that. So curious to see where it goes. And yeah, I've really, really enjoyed my first couple hours of it. So, and I can 100% see why this was a target for a remaster. I'm really glad it's getting one, and I hope that they do it justice, because I think with just a little bit of touch up with the graphics and the UI, it could be so much fun to play in 2025. And, you know, I hear that Suikoden 1 isn't super long. I think Suikoden 2 is longer, but could be an awesome quick playthrough for anybody on PS5, you know, so. But anyways, that'll be it for our first episodes of Let's Play Suikoden. Shoutouts to all the people who have asked for Suikoden over the years. Hope you enjoyed the first couple episodes as much as I did. And we will see you in the next episodes of Let's Play Suikoden. Peace.